Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been the longest time since I've picked up the camera, it feels like. I feel like so much has changed since I've done my last video, and this time last year I made a video called Turning 20, and in that video I told myself that I wanted to keep up the tradition of making this video every year on my birthday, and I felt like I was really letting myself and you guys down if I didn't do it. So here I am. I have just turned 21. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe I'm 21. I literally still feel like I'm 11. And I have written out all of the questions and some answers what I asked myself this time last year, and I'm going to ask myself them again now. Now, before we do get into this video, if you do enjoy it, please do give it a massive thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and let's see if anything has changed since this time last year. So as some of you may know, I have just turned 21, as I just said. My birthday is July 12th. I was born in 2000, so it's really good because I never have to do the math. Like, because obviously we're 2021, I was born in 2000. Yeah, it all adds up. This past year has been unforgettable, is probably the word. Absolutely unforgettable. 1 year of my life that I'm never going to get back and I'm never going to forget. So the first question is, describe the past year. So we've had 3 lockdowns. We had the March to July lockdown, we had the November to December lockdown, and then we had January to March lockdown. And I can wholeheartedly say the January to March lockdown was the darkest time. It was just absolutely horrible. A lockdown in a winter, I never want to experience that again, ever. Short days, dark days, cold days, isolation, not seeing anyone. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And just a really quick disclaimer, my voice sounds like I'm ill. Now, last night I was the biggest idiot. I did a shot of apple cider vinegar because I've seen everyone else do it, and it burnt the back of my throat. I didn't realise the acid levels in it are so high. It's just literally pure vinegar. It stunk. It made me want to be sick. It was just absolutely horrible, and it's burnt the back of my throat. I now feel like I've got tonsillitis again, even though I had a tonsillectomy and I have no tonsils. It is painful, alright? It is. Don't ever shot apple cider vinegar, okay? Moving on from that, the next question is something I've done this year or this past year that I've never done before, and I actually wrote down a couple of answers for that. The first one was I became a COVID tester. I worked in a lateral flow test centre, and it is a job that I'm never gonna forget. It was pretty gruesome, if that's the word. Yeah, not really a job that I ever really want to do again. Obviously I would if I have to, but it is something that I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. The second thing is I was a bridesmaid at my best friend Brittany's wedding. My first ever wedding, first ever time being a bridesmaid. It was a beautiful day, the sun shined, and that is something that I've never done before. I've never gone to a wedding. I've gone to a vow renewal, which was my parents', but I've never been to a wedding apart from Brittany's. And then the third thing that I did this past year that I've never done before is I had my first photo shoot. So I am part of the Peach Street clothing team, and I had a photo shoot with Molly and Reese, who co-runs it as well, and I was a bag of nerves. I do actually have a vlog from this day. Go watch that. I did some like behind the scenes footage. It was such a good day, such a good experience. I now know how to act in my next photo shoot. I'm sure we'll have one soon. But yeah, definitely it was a really fun experience and something that I hope to do again. The third question is, where have I visited in the last year? And obviously I've not gone abroad, we haven't been able to. However, I did go to London in September. I absolutely loved that because we had autumn in Hyde Park. Then obviously we had the lockdowns, couldn't really go anywhere. Went to Keswick in April. I then went to Newcastle in May, and I'm just about to head to London in 2 days for my 21st birthday, and I'm so excited because I don't know where we're staying. James surprised me with a trip. He put the train tickets in the birthday card, and I was like, where are we staying? And he won't tell me until we get there, so that is going to be one hell of a surprise, I reckon. He's real sneaky like that, and I can't get it out of him. The next question is, what is my biggest achievement this year or this past year? Probably surviving a pandemic. I look back and I'm like, how did I really get through those dark months? And yeah, mentally and physically I survived a pandemic, which some people unfortunately can't say. So I guess I am really lucky in that aspect. The next question is, what is my biggest failure? And one thing that I definitely feel that I have failed at is this YouTube channel. I was thriving last year. I literally remember I gained like 300 subs in maybe a month or two, and my head was massive. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is it, I can leave my job, I can become a YouTuber. And life got back to normal, working a full-time job. Life just seems to get busier and busier and busier because obviously restrictions are easing, more things we can do, and it's like, oh, but I told myself, just pick up the camera, sit and film something, sit and edit it. And I think what I need to do is prioritize my time better, get off my phone, get off TikTok and use that time productively, because I feel so much better when I'm being productive, i.e. video editing. Even this is getting me off my phone, and it's definitely something that I want to pick up again. I got a really gorgeous notebook from my friend Bex for my birthday, and I said to her, I was like, do you know what, I needed this. Like, I needed like a notebook to write my ideas down, because it's like a new spark of motivation. Have I suffered any illnesses or broken any bones? Luckily no, I have not been ill this past year. I hurt my hip on, I remember the date, so January 8th, and it was the 3rd day of lockdown. We went into lockdown on January 5th, and I told myself I'm going to stay as active as I can. I'm going to go on daily walks. Like, if you followed me on Instagram during that time, I was out walking all the time. It helped my mental health so much. But January 8th, I went on a 10k walk in the morning, and I remember because I got like a Costa or a Starbucks, and it was so nice. Came home, had loads of energy, so I was like, right, I'm gonna go on like a 5k run. I overdid it massively, pulled something in my hip. I don't know what I did, but my hip, like the muscle that sits on top of my hip bone, whenever I like stretch like that, oh my god, it hurts so much. It was really bad in January. I had to like sleep with like heat and then ice, and I tried to do everything I could to help it, but it's definitely a muscular issue. I don't know what I did, but it really hurt, and it still hurts to this day. So I can't run, which is really annoying, because I actually kind of did enjoy running, and I really enjoy doing sprints on the treadmill, but I found alternatives, and it is what it is. I've just got to let it heal. What has been my best purchase this past year? And it is definitely my coaching plan with Mr. Hutty. Go check out his Instagram. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen me shout from the rooftops about him. He is definitely one of the best investments that I've made for myself. And that kind of links in with my next question, which is, where did all my money go this past year? Mr. Hutty and gym clothes. I shopped till I could drop in the third lockdown, sorry, January to March. I was just buying gym clothes like there was no tomorrow, and I think it was because I had no motivation to work out from home because it was so cold and dark, and I was like, just buy new gym gear, just buy new gym gear, what's the harm? The harm is my bank account. Ouch. What is a song that will remind me of being 20? And it's probably Butterflies by Casey Musgraves. I love that album and I love that song, and it just, I don't know, I feel like it's a very me song, if that makes sense. This next one's quite interesting. Am I happier or sadder? Thinner or fatter? Not that this makes sense, these are all just from Google. Richer or poorer? Now, I actually really did enjoy last summer, in the sense that we were in kind of like the honeymoon phase, if that makes sense, of lockdown. It was new, you know, there was kind of like an excitement to being off work, and not that I'm saying the pandemic is exciting at all, that's not what I mean, but there was like a novelty to, I don't have to go to work. That's what I mean. I'm not disregarding the pandemic at all. However, I did go through some awful stuff last summer. However, this summer I feel kind of sadder in the sense that I absolutely hate the world we live in. It's bonkers to me. I'm definitely thinner and I'm richer. I actually remember, I think I made a mental note of my savings when I made this last video, and I've just compared it and it's not much, but I managed to save some money despite all my spending. I've just completely contradicted myself there, because the next question is, what do I wish I did more of? And I've put save money. Now, if I'd have saved and not like bought loads of new gym gear, I bought this new camera, but that's, I see them both as investments. I always find a good reason to justify spending my money, and I need to stop. It's really bad. It's getting really bad. The next question is, where was I this time last year? It is currently the 14th of July 2021, and this time last year we probably had just found out that we were going to come out of the first lockdown on July 25th and that gyms and pubs were reopening. And this time last year to the day, I met my friends Meg, Bex and Lucy. We went to Lucia's for my birthday lunch. What has been my favourite TV programme this past year? Definitely Below Deck. I absolutely love Below Deck, and The Bold Type. I was absolutely addicted to Modern Family during lockdown. I didn't finish it, and now when I go to watch it, it gives me lockdown vibes, and I just don't think I'm about that life anymore. What are my goals for this time next year? I don't really know, to be honest. One of my goals for this time this year from last year was to finish my apprenticeship, which I have done. I am qualified. I am a fully qualified receptionist. Go me. And maybe actually a goal is to have completed my theory and practical for my driving. So I have had about 7 lessons so far. I haven't driven since last year, as obviously we went into the lockdown in January, and I just haven't started them since because I found out there was like a 500,000 person backlog waiting for tests, and I was just like, I just don't want to get stressed about it. I'm just not that bothered. Like, I'm quite happy on my different range of bikes. I'll get an electric scooter if I need to. I would like a car, and I always shop around for cars and it gets me excited. But then I'm just, I don't know. What do I want to be when I grow up? Now, this is the same as last year. I'd love to be an online coach. I'd love to go into the like fitness influencing. I need to pick up my TikTok game. My TikTok game during lockdown was on peak. I literally smashed like over 3,000 followers so quickly. I am getting back into it. I am again just prioritizing my time, remembering how good I felt to help other people and inspire them. And yeah, I also want to be happy when I grow up. I am happy now. I'd love to just have a happy, positive life. Wouldn't we all? What is important to me, and again this is just the same as last year: my friends, my family, my boyfriend, my health, the health of everyone around me. Doesn't really change, hasn't really changed from last year's. I'd say my priorities are still the same. Nothing, it's pretty much all still the same as last year. I just definitely have stuck to it, maybe. Like, I know what is important to me, and it's nothing materialistic. It is all family, friends, health, boyfriend, everything like that. This last sheet is literally all the same answers from last year. If I can go anywhere in the world, where would it be? USA. I was supposed to be going for, well, it wasn't booked, it was all up in the air. Like, I had plans to go for my 21st, but it actually wasn't COVID that stopped it. So we had the plan of getting a camper van and going around certain states. However, different states have different laws when it comes to hiring a camper van. You have to be 25, you have to have a driving license for so many years. And I just said to James, I was like, I would hate to get there and just then be like, yeah, sorry, we can't give you this van, and then we're just stuck in America for 2 weeks. But yeah, definitely that would be on my first priority list. And I would also love to go back to Finland. Me and James have said how much we loved going to Finland. We would love love to go back at Christmas time. Now, I think I've managed to cover pretty much near enough every question. I have skipped some out because they are pretty lame questions, but it does feel really good to be talking to the camera again. I feel like when I turn my camera off and then I don't pick it up for a while, I'm like, oh, I'm nervous, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, I haven't like spoken to a camera in so long. But now I'm doing it, I motivate myself in a way. Also, I got my nails done today. Look at how pretty they are. I got them done for my birthday. However, I was nervous and I didn't know what to go for because I have an event for my birthday party, which I have a specific coloured dress, and I didn't know if I could match it or not. So I was like, right, we'll just do a me and we'll go for pink and white as per usual because I'm such a basic bitch. I am thinking of also doing a what I got for my 21st birthday video vlog kind of style, maybe like a chilled out one, not a sit down video. Let me know what you think about that, as I know people do like to watch those sorts of videos. So yeah, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. If you message me, you know, because I get quite a lot of messages like, oh, I can't wait for your next YouTube video, and I'm like, like, you guys motivate me so much when it comes down to doing YouTube videos and posting content, because sometimes I'm like, oh, does anyone actually watch? And then when I get messages, I'm like, blows my mind, blows my head off. Yeah, so thank you all so much for your continued support. But yeah, like I say, if you did enjoy it, hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.